It's gonna happen again as soon as we're. All right. Hey, what's up? Hello, this is Admin Cubana coming back at you with another episode of the Unladylike Lounge. And today I am excited to introduce, we've got Mandy and Skwynts. How are you guys today?
Hello, we are doing well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I am so excited to talk all things music, makeup, and mayhem. Oh my gosh. As you guys can see, she is rocking the look right now. So we're going to get into makeup in just a minute here. First off, I want to hear from you guys. Just tell us a little bit about you guys, where you're from, what it is that you do, and kind of what we'll be talking about today.
Okay. Well, he is a native to Michigan. I am from Ohio. I'm from Cleveland. He is from the Lansing, I guess, Lansing area.
The nice thing about Michigan is we can just do this and we can be like, I'm from here. This right here is where I'm from. Right there, right there, smack in the middle.
Okay, all right. Perfect.
And then if you want to get real frisky, you can go like this.
He's like, but I'm not from that part. Not that part.
Not that part up there. It's kind of more in the no.
They call us trolls because we live under the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Clever.
See, I have loved ones up there, and I never heard that part about the trolls living under the bridge. So now I know. I won't say it since I'm not from Michigan. I won't use that
That's
one.
cool. I don't care. I mean, funny thing is, I have a troll tattooed right there of the Michigan. It's Michigan outline.
Oh, damn. He's like, yep, I'm representing. I am proud of it.
I don't have a Cleveland tattoo. I'm not doing that.
It was a cover up. It was a terrible, terrible drunken mess.
Oh no!
So I was like, yeah, we're gonna cover that one up. That'll work. That, you know what? Send it. It'll work.
Yes, like, we got this. We got it. We got the cover up. We are good. And she said, nope. No Cleveland.
No, it's all right. I mean, not that I don't, have love and everything, but no, my cat's trying to join our broadcast too. He's here.
Oh, trust, Musa and TD will probably drop in from time to time, so it'll be a whole thing. You are such a cutie. Hi.
He's a pain in the ass.
Oh,
he is 22 pounds of Russian blue.
He's fat. He's a baby, and he's like 10 years old, but you'd never know it. He's a big baby, and he whines and.
Yeah. You're a big baby. You sound like mine. Yeah, you do. You're so precious. Well, I have a couple of questions for you guys.
Get off the table.
And let's start off with, how long have you two been in the music industry?
So for me, about 12 years. I started actually when I lived in Southern Ohio. And oh my gosh, I've lived all over, like, a lot of different places in the East Coast, but okay. I'm trying to think of, like, kind of what to tell you. My career, if you want to say it, got started in Southern Ohio, kind of like in the Newark area, and I moved around a lot. So I also lived in South Florida, did some music down there. Wow. Gone on a couple national tours. One was like a month long. So I've been all over the United States doing this. Unfortunately, not out of the country yet.
Getting there.
Yeah, I've been doing it for quite a long time. I've got a lot of crazy stories, a lot of fun memories, and a lot of things I don't remember.
Yes. All right. And Skwynts, how about you? How long have you been in the music industry?
I did an album that I didn't want to do back in 2004. I'm starting to show my age. But I was real young, and it wasn't something that I wanted to do. I had a different career choice. My career choice was not something I really want to talk about on camera very much. But and then closer to 10 years ago, I dropped my first real album. So 10 years.
Okay.
I've done all kinds of accolades. I just don't care to talk about them.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to tell people. Yeah, like, when I sit here and be like, well, I've done this and this and this, and you know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares. Sure. Just listen to the music. If you like the music, awesome. You'll find something. I mean, I know so many people just like she does, and when you've been in the music industry that long, there's so many things that you could talk about. It's just unreal.
You get to a point where you're just like, I'm just happy to be here.
Correct.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How would you describe your music style for someone who hasn't listened to it yet?
So I'm a big fan of lyricism. Of I feel like you can't tell right now because I'm sitting here stuttering like a motherfucker. But I feel like wordsmiths are not appreciated as much in the mainstream anymore. I'm a huge fan of East Coast boom bap, of like sampled beats, stuff like that. So I really like consider myself to be a very like gritty lyricist. I've been kind of dabbling in the more recent years because I cannot for the life of myself let myself have fun. Like I just can't. Everything has to be so serious all the time. So like the past couple years I've tried to dabble more into like pop kind of a stint, like have fun with it, let myself relax a little bit, which has been that's actually the hardest thing for me is slowing down. Like I for the first 7-8 years of my life, because I can do like chopping, like speed rap and shit.
Oh,
I always wanted to do everything had to be fast, it had to be like this, blah, 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 blah. And then I finally like learned how to actually construct a song. And I'm like, all right, not everything has to be like that.
right.
So I guess a long form answer to your question for me, the lyricism, the writing is the most important, and just good hip hop, like real raw hip hop, boom bap, anything like that.
Nice.
So mine, I'll make it a little simpler. My first real album 10 years ago I dropped was called Born Country, Raised Street. And so you had one element mixed with the other, but then when the country rap scene started taking off, and not to throw shade or anything, because there's a lot of amazing people in that, I just feel like there's a lot of culture vultures in there. So I got back to more of the lyricism stuff, but I don't know. She's way better than me. I just look good. So.
Stop it. That's
Oh,
you do look good. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying you're talented.
you're talented for sure. You're very, very talented for sure.
He doesn't give himself enough credit, and then sometimes he gives himself too much credit. So we just don't know. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
I mean, I think you forget. I'm kind of a big deal, Ron Burgundy.
I love it. Do you guys what are your latest projects that you have been working on or that you are going to be working on?
We just dropped a video actually with Insane Poetry, who has been around forever. He is a legend. He's one of my best friends. So we just dropped a music video and single with him called Ron Burgundy, which is what he was referencing. I just dropped a new track, I think last week.
Yeah, it was
last week, called Snapback.
It's so good.
Which was pretty good. Me and him have a couple songs we dropped. We do so much shit, man.
All right, so
you got it. My brain's all jumbled on that.
That's okay. As far as music goes, I probably write a song almost every single day, and like with me, it just flows. If I don't write a song, I feel unaccomplished. So I'm constantly working. I had right now. In a month, I'm dropping a new album, and then in June, I'll have another album that is halfway completed already, and then I drop singles every month. So I'm consistently working. She has an album that's coming up in the beginning of next year.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And that's all wrote and ready, and it just needs to be a little more constructed and put together a little more. I actually was in the studio last night, completed 2 songs for my next album, and one off from hers that I'm featuring on, and then I sent out, and I also do features and stuff. So I sent out. So to dabble, the feature that I did is way out of my element, but I'm kind of in that scene every once in a while as like a horror song, and I killed that. So
that's dope.
I don't think they could do better than that.
Dang. Okay.
You see what I mean? You either get one or the other. You don't get like
and nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. Let's talk makeup. what inspired you to create a makeup line?
I like money.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So I had my very first company. So I was fortunate enough to meet some mentors of mine who basically taught me e-commerce from the ground up for free because they're cool as shit people and they're very, very successful. So I was like, well, I really like makeup. I'm good at it. I can do that. So I started kind of dabbling in that. I started kind of contacting some manufacturers, talking to some people, and I got a really, really good team of individuals who make like my formula specifically for me and me only. And I ended up actually, that company was doing well. I actually went through a divorce, shut that company down, right? Because it was named after my old last name. And I reopened the company this year under Mandy Makeup because I felt like the first company wasn't me, if that makes sense. It was like I was trying too hard to like be like, have it be more high end. And then what I really wanted, which I started this with my first company as it grew, was I wanted to combine my love for hip hop with my love of makeup. So I had a phrase that was beauty and boom bap that I put in my bio of like my Instagram and stuff like that. It's still there to this day. My second palette with my first company was called Chromatic, which I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but was completely based off of Nas. So it was everything Nas, songs, references, things about his life, and they were all duochrome and multi-chrome shifting shades.
Ooh.
It was fire. When I have the money, I want to rebrand that and bring that back. But that is basically what I'm doing now is I'm combining my love for music with my makeup. So my palette that I have now, my Ego Death palette, is actually my album cover.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's my last album cover, and then all of this one's mine. So just please ignore the fact that it's kind of like been dug into. All the shades are all names of like songs or things that are like relevant to my life.
Yes.
So kind of cool. And we have a little bit of everything. Like we even have what you probably can't tell in here that shifts like 3 different colors.
Yep.
I'm not an influencer, excuse me. But we have that. We have like a what you call it? This one you definitely won't be able to tell on camera, but this is actually a rainbow holographic shade. So that's pretty. I'm just gonna wipe this on the blanket. It's fine.
I didn't see nothing.
It's fine. So yeah, so that's basically everything that I have is referencing to some type of music, like music reference that of mine, or something about my life, or a songs. I've also got like I got all kinds of really cool glosses. I have crazy colored ones too, and they're like super pigmented. Like it's not like you're gonna swipe it and see through it. Like she's pigmented.
Oh.
I've got like highlighters in like 4 different colors, blushes, and then this thing is cool as shit.
That's the coolest
thing. This is a massive glitter gel palette.
Stop it. So, okay, I'm going to go off on a tangent here.
Go for it.
This wasn't for my questions, but okay, so glitters. I don't know how to apply glitters. Do you like what? If somebody like me who does not know how to apply glitters wanted to purchase your glitters, what do you recommend? Like, do you have tutorials? Do they just go on? Like, do you
goes on? So the cool thing, I'll show you. I'll show you how easy it is. The cool thing about this. So first of all, this has a snap case.
It's waterproof.
It's waterproof, and you can also, it has a stand here, so you could stand it up. But the cool thing about this is, so my glitters, a lot of glitters that you get are going to have a what is that? A Vaseline style base, which is basically means that it's going to rub off your eyeshadow that's underneath. So you can't see, but mine is like covered in my glitter. And
I love it.
It doesn't remove your eyeshadow underneath. So these are aloe based, so they're very friendly for the skin. And also, literally, all you have to do is just grab some and touch it. And it doesn't move. Like, it doesn't come off.
No, you're going to have a hard time getting it off.
I actually, when you do, a little trick that I use is I'll actually take tape, put it on your hand a little bit first so it's not too sticky. And then you can get like, it don't budge.
It's there. It's there all day.
It's easy as shit to use. Or you can take those little, you know, them shitty little eyeshadow tiny sponges that come in like crappy Walmart palettes. found a use for those. Those are actually great for these. So I just take one little sponge and just, it's the easiest thing in the world. It is super, super like user friendly, beginner friendly. And yeah, and because it's aloe based, it's not going to be irritating on your skin or be, what is it? What's it called? Give me a second. Non-comedogenic. That's the word. It doesn't clog. It doesn't clog your pores. It doesn't clog your pores. So yeah, look, like this. I mean, I'm sure a couple of them will come off, but like,
what?
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it, which I don't know if she'll say, but shots fired. Normally, the companies that have these are like $130, $150 for the pallet, and yours is $89.
Well, it costs like, I'll just be honest, I don't even care. It costs like a good almost $50 just to manufacture one of these, because they're handmade and they're very expensive to manufacture.
Wow.
But companies have similar ones. They don't have the same ones as me, but I have seen a few small indie brands that have similar ones, or not even small indie brands. I've seen big indie brands that have these, and they literally charge, I think the cheapest one that I saw was on sale for $120. I've seen people have them up to $220. And like, I have screenshots of these too, in case anybody wants to be like, oh, you're just making that up. Like, no, I'm not. So mine are $80. It's so I can at least make a little something.
Right.
But yeah, so they're super cool.
And they're not like falling out when you hold it up. They're like, they stay.
Yeah.
That's like the Dairy Queen Blizzard. Like, we can.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I'm a foodie, so I of course had to make a food reference. But yes, that is awesome. And there's so many colors. They're so pigmented. See, I've always wanted to get into glitters because I'm like, I've just transitioned into my feminine phase of my life where I'm starting to get into makeup. I'm starting to like, I want to do girly things.
I've only been in it for a couple of years, honestly. Like, you're not alone.
I'm not there yet, but I'm working up.
We're working on getting you to glitters. We'll level up there.
I think I can manage though. It's simple enough.
Right. And every time I hear about glitters, I'm hearing like, okay, don't forget to buy your your glue to press on your glitters. And I'm like, that just sounds like something I don't. Yeah, like I don't feel like I want to put more glue on my eyes after I do my lashes and all.
Lash glue is bad enough as it. I've gave up on lashes. I know how to put them on, but I'm over it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. So much same. Let's see. What makes your makeup aside from the amazing glitters that can just be tipped over and don't come off, what makes your makeup stand out from other lines?
I think just the fact that I offer a lot of things that people don't, and the fact that I have colors that people don't. And also, I've never seen, I know that there's like a couple artists that start out, and then once they're like super poppin', they have makeup lines, like Lady Gaga has a makeup line. But I've never seen a hip hop artist that's got their makeup line that incorporates the two of those. It's really important to me to incorporate the culture of hip hop into my products, because it showcases both of the things that I love right in the same place. And just, I don't really know if have you ever seen somebody that has a lip gloss that is olive green?
Speaking of that, we dropped that in June because we did a little 2-stop tour called 2 Nights in June, and it's called June Nights.
Yeah, so it's called June Nights. Like, our stuff, it's just different. Like, you know, and again, I feel bad because I'm like, I'm trying to get to a point where I will just be like shamelessly like, yeah, my shit's dope, but I wasn't that person for a really long time, you know. But like, even like this is blue. Like, look at this, like,
you my boy Blue,
dude.
What?
Yeah, it's different, and I think that it's fun. I think that it offers something, and that people really haven't seen a lot before. Can you give me a tissue if you got one, please?
Of course.
So I have never in my life seen an olive green lip color. Never in my life.
You want to see that one?
Oh, could I? I don't want to make you waste product.
Wait, sorry.
Nope, you're good. You're totally fine.
The alarm decided to go off.
That's my alarm to chug water.
You are totally fine.
I set an alarm at 2:22 every day to chug water and make a post, but we're.
So this is the green one.
Stop it! I need it.
So it's
Back and chug some water.
She's gonna chug some water. So yeah, it's like an olive green, and I will be absolutely happy to send you a little happy package.
Girl, no, the way I always see it is I want to support businesses. So when all of my business fees ended up being due in the beginning of September. So boom, relatable. I'm not gonna lie, broke bitch. But as soon as I'm good again, I am ordering because, and I'm going to shamelessly plug right now. Y'all know I am a Taurus baby. May 11th, gang.
Oh, I'm May 6th.
Yes.
You're so close to me.
Exactly. And so my group, my girls, my everybody knows that every year I go on the hunt for an actual pigmented emerald green. And this is exactly, I'm telling you guys, this is exactly what drew me to this girl. And as soon as I'm pretty sure it was actually Skwynts that posted her palette, and I saw the most beautiful emerald green, and I was like, I bet you it's not even that pigmented, because I've never seen, you see the greens, you guys, look at that. Look at it. Oh my gosh. I literally, I will be 1000% honest. I was it's a beautiful color, but I bet you it's not pigmented. And then I saw, and then I saw those, and I was like, oh, my jaw was on the floor. I was ready to cry. I was like, where has she been my whole life? Because let me tell you, I have probably over 50 palettes in my collection. And over half of them have some sort of green that I should love. They should give me,
and it's not given what it's supposed to give.
It's not given. It's not given at all. It should have me feeling like Dorothy in the Emerald City, Wizard of Oz vibes, and it doesn't. It falls flat. It's barely pigmented. The fallout is ridiculous. And you guys just saw that. There was no fallout. It is just vivid.
I even just tried to smear it off, and it's still there.
Still there. Still there.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. This has been a trial and error process for me. My very first palette with my first brand, the shades were so gorgeous. And then the first manufacturer that I ever had, she was so good. She shut down. All right, cool. So I took the effort I found another manufacturer. I remade the palette, etc., etc. And the blue that I got was nothing. And I was like, okay. So it was a trial and error. I had to go through a lot of shit before I found somebody that made the quality that because I ain't making this shit myself. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I sit here and hand press these eyeshadows, because I don't. And most people don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just go and you find a supplier and you just you just order your shit willy-nilly, you're not going to get quality stuff. You have to work with somebody. You have to talk with them about the formula. You have to tell them, this is what I want. These are the reflex that I want. This is the pigmentation that I want. And really customize it and make it your own. You have to find somebody that's willing to do that and to work with you. Otherwise, you can't just go and just find something on eBay or whatever and slap your logo on it and call it. You cannot do that. You will disappoint people. And that is the worst feeling in the world. And also, me being just the person that I am, I have to understand too that there are people that have deeper skin tones that need pigmented eyeshadows. It's not fair if I'm gonna sit here and it works for somebody that has a super, super light complexion, if it doesn't work for people of a deeper complexion, because then only certain people can use it. And then you're going to isolate people from your brand. And that's not what you want to do. Makeup is about inclusivity and everyone being able to enjoy it. If it is not pigmented enough to work on medium and deep skin tones, it's trash and you need to go back to the drawing board. That's just the way that I feel about it.
No, and I love you for that, because especially growing up in small town Minnesota, like
Oh geez.
Small town Minnesota, and I graduated class of '08, so
we're the same age.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually had this discussion on my Facebook, the Dream Matt Moose era.
I made a post about that literally right after.
Yes. And so there weren't many options for people with darker skin tones. Whether it was foundation, whether it was eyeshadow, lip colors, anything. So all my friends got other than the Dream Matte Mousse, that, let's just face it, that looked horrible on everybody.
Everyone. We were all orange.
Everyone. Even I was orange. I was like, well, I guess it's solidarity. But I mean, everybody got the cute makeup, and then I was like, well, I can get clear lip gloss. This works. So I love the fact that you are including all people of all different tones to use your brand, because that's like, it's so frustrating when, something looks good on your friend and you're like, well, hey, I'm going to go buy that because that looks so good. And then you go and put it on you and you're like, where did
it's powder. It's powder with a hint of color.
Right. It's like as if green was screaming from 3 houses down the road and landed on your eyes. And you're just like, well, shit.
And I feel like makeup brands didn't even start coming out with people with anything that was good for people of deeper skin tones until like 5 years ago.
Yes.
And it just started when people started clocking brands on social media being like, why do you have 15 foundation shades? This is not okay. Like, this is not acceptable. And then brands started coming out with more. But it was like, for the longest time, it was like you might get like even concealers. I remember back in the day, it was 1 light, 1 medium, 1 deep. And the deep was like something I could use in the summer.
Yes. I remember like literally the Dollar Tree version of deep now was about as deep as like name brands would get back then. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to go out with my bare face and just see what happens. And that's how I ended up with freckles. And I'm like, all right, this works. We did have a question from our audience members as soon as they realized we were going to talk makeup. Is your makeup cruelty-free?
Yes, it is cruelty-free and vegan. They are all cruelty-free and vegan. Now, I will let you know, 100% transparent. Because I did have somebody ask me this before. People ask me, are these I'll get it. Are these biodegradable plastics in the glitter? No, they are not. I am sorry. That is just not something I can afford at this time. Are they cosmetic grade glitters? Yes. So they will not, which I don't know if you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But so people think sometimes that you can just go to like the craft aisle at Walmart and get glitter and adhesive and it's the same thing. Absolutely not. So it can actually get in your eye and it can scratch your eye, scratch your lenses. Whereas cosmetic grade glitter will dissolve if it gets into your eye. It's still gonna hurt and it's still gonna suck. So like I don't recommend it. But that is something that I want to work towards in the future, is getting 100% biodegradable glitter. But at this particular time, it's just not something that I can afford. So I do just want to be transparent about that. I do my best to try to be as resourceful as possible. Our packing peanuts that we have, they're actually little rainbow hearts. They're super cute. Those are 100% biodegradable. So we did switch from using regular packing peanuts to those. So small changes here and there. But yes, all of our products are 100% vegan and cruelty-free. And the lip glosses smell like berry vanilla cupcakes.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Stop it. So not only are you appealing to my love of makeup, you're appealing to my love of food. And now I need to just say, you know what? Maybe I need to like skip everything I have planned for September and just buy a whole package of these amazing products, because yes,
I have this really weird obsession with like food themed things. I have like a ridiculously big collection of like food themed soaps. Why? I don't know. But
I think you underestimate the ridiculous side of it.
Shut up. It's a lot. He's supportive of my strange habits, but I have like eyeshadow palettes and stuff that are like candy themed, and I don't know why. I just think it's really cute. It's something I've always liked ever since I was a kid, and I never grew out of it. So it's a weird little fact about me.
If it were,
don't you go and get them? Don't you? Don't.
Are you gonna out her? Are you really gonna do this?
I thought about it.
Just sit back down.
He's like, I wasn't gonna do it. I was just thinking about it. I was waiting for her to come back and be like, I did it. Like I'm not much on like sweets or anything, but like I've always wanted like I try to support small businesses. So I haven't bought any of these, but I've always wanted like the palettes that smell like peach and chocolate and all that. And I'm just like, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it.
I'll give you a reason not to. So a lot of the scented palettes, like the chocolate and peach ones, are from Too Faced. The brand Too Faced, they're not pigmented for nothing.
Oh, good looking.
They do smell great though. They do smell great. But CoverGirl has a really nice, affordable bronzer little contour palette thing called Chocoholic, and it smells really good, and it's cheap.
Ooh. Is that so? Okay. Question while we're on the subject of like contour bronzer stuff like that. Is that something that you carry, like contouring stuff?
Not yet. That is something that I want to do. The reason that I haven't done things like that yet is because I want to offer a large shade range. And I just ain't got the money for it. I'm gonna be straight up with you, because if I'm gonna come out with it, what I'm not about to do is come out with 2 or 3 shades. I'm gonna come out with I feel like maybe I'm wrong, and let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like people are over the big palette sets with like the 3 blushes and then the 3 contour shades just all in one, and then they have 6 different versions of that. People just want a little contour powder. Like I don't feel like they want all of that. So that is something I want to do in the future, but I have had people ask me why haven't you done concealers and foundations and contour shades? That's the reason, is because I want to come out with an extensive shade range and I just don't have the money yet.
Well, here's the thing. It's because we're 100% funded by you guys.
Yeah, like literally it's me and him. That's it.
We have no backing or anything. All of this stuff is paid for by us, by the hustling, by the legal hustling, I should say. But I mean, we're every single day, I learned how to do graphic design just to help with everything, and then I get paid from it now, so everything's a hustle is where I'm going with that.
Absolutely.
So, FYI, if you need some graphic design, message me.
Yes,
I was trying to tell you that. I was trying to tell you that yesterday.
He's really good. He's very good. We also like shoot our own music videos and stuff too.
I know. No, I'm serious. My friends are good at graphic design. Like I know.
You're good. Just
thank you. Okay. Yeah. The last video we did not shoot, but the next one's to come. We will be shooting all of our reels. We shoot.
Okay. So. Bet. So yeah, I totally can relate when it comes to, having your own businesses and you're funding it out of your own pocket. Like that gets to be so much, and people don't realize that. They think that you can just go to the bank, take out all this money, and poof, you have your own business. And it's like, dude, the fees that come with having your own business, the expenses that oh my God, just to have a business, like before you even put it into any product, just the fees to have a business are astronomical and constant. So you guys, if you want to see more products and more just everything from these two, go ahead, buy some stuff. Let's make this happen, because I am excited. I want to see some more stuff. I want to see the stuff right now. Like, let's do this. Since we are on the topic of products, what products do you currently have available, and what can we hope to see in the future? Like, what are your aspirations for directions?
Good question. So I have the palette that you guys have seen, which was the glitter palette, the 24 pan glitter gel palette, the budge proof palette, and then it's actually called like the Galaxy Dust. I just named it that. I didn't have the craziest like printing logo on it. I just made my own little stickers there. So
Hey.
it'll get better in the future. We're still in the startup process, you know. And then I also have my Ego Death palette. I'm not doing very well at this. And so that I have those. I have currently, I'm going to try to do this without fucking it up. I have six different shades. Here, you have big hands. I have 6 different shades of glosses. So I have like a diamondy shade that has actually lilac and light blue reflex in it, as does this pink one. This is called Bad Bitch. This is the most popular. This is the only one I have with no shimmer. So this is like a maple pumpkin nude. It's quite deep and it's super. This is my favorite shade, my absolute favorite shade. Really perfect for fall. I have, of course, the June Nights, which is the emerald green with sparkle. I wish you could see the sparkle. You really can't.
The sparkle is amazing.
The sparkle is really lovely. And then I have Neverland, which is actually a music video of mine that I have on YouTube. It's really dope. Please watch it.
Yes.
I have that one, which is a gorgeous purple.
I like that one.
And then I have Cool With It, which is the name of one of my songs, which is blue. So I have those, and I just, these are the outside boxes too, just if you're curious of what those look like. They're branded as well, and then you get your shade name on the bottom.
Yes.
These I just came out with. Am I super stoked about the packaging of these? No, but you got to start somewhere. So these are my Supernova blush lights. This is actually a blush and highlighter combo, and it is very, very pigmented as well. So you can even just see in the cap, like she's very pigmented. It's very, very pretty. That is my only blush product I have right now.
Okay.
And then I have 4 highlights. I have Soulfire, which is you're not going to be able to see the shift, but it is a pink and orange shift. You can no, you really can't. Maybe if I unscrew the cap. No, it's just not going to translate on camera. It's just, yeah, you can kind of see it in the cap, the color.
That is stunning.
Thank you. That is like the most like subtle one I have, and it's not subtle at all. So if you want a subtle highlight, I'm probably not your girl. And this is Blue Bayou. This is my favorite one. This is a blue highlight.
I like that.
I'm actually wearing that today. That's my absolute favorite. And these are only $9.99. So if you want to try them, it's pretty affordable. I have Guap, which is green.
It looks white.
It looks white, but it's not. And then I have Akashic. This is actually the best seller, I believe, which is purple. And these are a loose pigment.
Okay.
So they're a loose, and their ingredients are extremely, extremely like skin friendly. So you're not going to break out from these. They're not going to irritate your skin.
Nice.
And they're very, very affordable. The glosses are also only $10. I try to keep stuff affordable as best as I possibly can. I do not have, I will say, just to be transparent, I am on the struggle bus with Afterpay right now. So my Afterpay is not working. They basically told me to go fuck myself. So I have Shop Pay. So if people like say that somebody wants to get this and they don't want to, they can't like front the whole 80 right then and there, which I totally understand because like life is expensive. Yeah. I do have Shop Pay, so that way that people can do like payments if they want. I believe it's like a pay in 4 installment, just like Afterpay or Klarna. But I am working on Afterpay, so I'm hoping to have that back soon.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm right there with you with Afterpay. They told me the same thing. Just go fuck yourself. And I'm just like, wow.
And they don't tell you why. And if you email customer service, they don't help you.
It's such a struggle. Try to get TikTok Shop open.
Oh my God, don't even.
They won't even tell us why they kicked us off, and you can't even like appeal it. They said they sent an appeal, which was 5 days or something that you had to appeal it. Nobody ever saw it.
I saw no appeal. We didn't even put it. It did. Oh yeah, they took our TikTok Shop away. They didn't tell us why. They didn't.
And now we have to wait till November to start again because they have a point scheme on it. If you do, here's the thing: they'll take a point away from you on TikTok. Like this is how behind the scenes business side of things. 1 point if you do not respond to somebody who messaged you within a half an hour. If you reach 48 points, they'll cut your store out, and then you have to wait 180 days to renew.
Within a half hour, like say I'm sleeping or I'm working or Heaven
Yeah.
forbid.
What if somebody's on the other side of, a different time zone?
I don't respond to nobody within a half hour.
Exactly.
If my phone's in my hand, yeah, but
oh my goodness. Man, I'd have some choice words for them, but let's not get any of us banned.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you were to describe your makeup line and your vision for it over the next, we'll say 5 years, how would you describe it in your own words?
Oh, that's a good question. Are you saying more like what I want to do or like adjectives?
What you want to do, what you want it to be.
Okay. So I definitely want to come out with more palettes celebrating a lot of the like artists that I feel are super inspirational and important to the hip hop culture. I want to upgrade my packaging.
Okay.
I want to get better boxes. Will you do me a flavor? Will you open that top drawer and grab you're not gonna know what it looks like. Grab I want to show her the older palette that I have, the Nas one. It's like right on the top. That's the one. I want to come out with more stuff like this. So this was
Oh my god.
And you can see Nas has you can't tell that it's kind of like an inlaid kind of a thing, but so I want to come out with more stuff like this and really celebrating the culture of hip hop. And this was what this palette looked like. This was the first actually round of it's dirty. I'm sorry, it's very old.
Girl.
I actually improved this and made an even better one. Unfortunately, I got robbed right before I moved here. Right after I moved here. So they got my other one, which was terrible. But so I want to upgrade my packaging. I want to come out with more palettes. They're not just themed about me and my music, but to maybe, because I feel like if people know about in the makeup world, maybe they don't know about these things about hip hop culture. Maybe they don't know about these artists. And if they can see, a shade with a certain title, with a certain, a name like Oludara, what is that? I'm going to research that. I'm going to see what that is, and then they'll be like, oh, wow, this is really cool. And maybe it can kind of teach people a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching there. Maybe I'm reaching.
I love that idea. I think it could bring a lot of knowledge and awareness to the hip hop community. Okay, so this is going to sound bad. So don't come for me, y'all. Let me get it all out. That's not what necessarily today's hip hop world is. Sure. I'm not saying anything bad about today's hip hop culture, but I think what we grew up on and what we came up with was a whole nother world. And I think
I agree with you 100%.
And if they can learn and be exposed to that, I think they can be just as mind blown as we were. I think, the lyricism, the delivery, just everything. I mean, I saw a post the other day. I don't remember if I shared it, but it was talking about 98 or 99 Prodigy and 95 Jadakiss. And I was like, dude.
I saw you share that. I saw you that yesterday, actually. I saw you share that.
Yeah. And I was like, can you imagine that in today's world if we still had the delivery and the lyricism and the just the culture that we had back then in today's world? I can't even imagine that a lot of the artists today would even know what to do with that. That's crazy.
I think it's a fabrication, a lot of it, because when we look at it though, I'll see, just someone said it saw today, Jeezy's book is now a New York Times bestseller. And I can, at this point, Jeezy is considered one of the OGs. We have, Meth and Red. We have people selling out stadiums that are the originals, while the younger kids, they have to cancel their tours because people aren't coming. And I'm not trying to shit on the younger generation. That's not what I'm doing. But it is very upsetting. And I apologize because I'm going to go off here for a second. It is very upsetting, because I am a female, I love seeing that females are dominating the industry. I love that. But why does every single song have to be the same? Why is every single song about your vagina? Why is every single song about fucking 85 dudes and discarding them? Why are all y'all talking about the ops? What ops do y'all have? Y'all are rich.
Right.
Like y'all are rich. Y'all don't have no ops. Like, who is the ops? Starbucks? You know, and like it drives me crazy. And it's like these people these are wordsmiths that construct these lyricists, but the number one song is my pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Right.
Is this what we're doing?
All right. So
I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'll add my little point is that record labels that are pushing these type of things, they also are privatized and they own the prisons and things like that. So they're pushing. They're pushing this. They've done it for years.
Of course.
Facts.
Yes.
They're pushing what they want us to do.
This can go all the way back to that interview with.
So to recap on what you said, real lyricism, real hip hop, the type of stuff that was there in the 90s, in the early or late 80s, and is still there. It's still in the scenes. A lot of it's underground.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's what we see mainstreamed is things that are going to, you know, hurt generations. Like no disrespect to her, but Glorilla just said that what did she say? It kind of upset me a little bit. She was like, she wants girls in their 20s to just mess around, do whatever. I'm gonna paraphrase there, but why? I think we should be building. We should be teaching to build in the 20s. That's what the older hip hop was that you were talking about, was teaching us to get out of these things.
I do like Glorilla though.
No, I know she's dope. Like I give her all of the praise.
She's dope.
But I just thought that was really not cool.
Yeah,
like,
you look at like MCs like Ciroc. Like Ciroc is an incredible MC. She is one of, regardless of gender, is one of the best MCs that I've ever heard in my life, period. She's single-handedly keeping rhymesayers alive, in my opinion. And she doesn't get the play that she deserves. She doesn't get the attention that she needs. You got artists like Rhapsody, you know, that aren't getting... I just got to stop because I'm just going to keep going on forever.
For sure. Completely agree. 1000%. Where can my audience find more of both of you, whether it be music, whether it be makeup, or just anything in general? Where can my audience follow along with you guys?
So we have pretty much all music platforms, everything, Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube. He's got a lot more on YouTube, and you can just search Skwynts, which is SKWYNTS, and I am Mandy with a V, so kind of like Bulgari. MVNDI. You can find us pretty much anywhere. Pretty much anywhere that they have music, you can find us there, except for SoundCloud, because I don't do all that.
Facts, girl.
I don't even know if I do or not. God, I had shit on Reverb Nation still, if that shows my age a little bit there. And then the makeup.
Reverb Nation and my stuff.
No, not Reverb Nation.
It was like, you have one day left to accept your blah blah blah. I was like,
do you remember the? I didn't know she was still with us. Do you remember the Dat Piff mixtapes?
Yeah, we got rid of it. We got rid of it. It's gone now.
Dat Piff.
Yeah.
We're LimeWire old.
I was just gonna say, I'm waiting for somebody to be like, I still got LimeWire.
We're LimeWire old. Yes. Where they did the little. I'm getting off track. Anyway, so the makeup is Mandy Makeup, again, A's as V's. So MVNDI.com. I also have Instagram. I have Facebook. I have TikTok. You can find us, both of us, on TikTok as well.
I'm not active on it.
He's not active on TikTok.
I need to be more active on that, but I just am not. I don't. It's just.
I ran his TikTok for a minute, and then I got mad, and I'm like, I'm not running his TikTok no more.
They done pissed us off, man. They hurt our feelings. So for those of you who did not keep up with all that, I will drop all of their links in the description box below. If you don't see it on the video episode, give me a minute. I am working on it. That was so cute. I just have to say it. That was so cute. I love it. And for the audio portion, I will definitely have it in the audio portion as well. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like, we really appreciate it, for real. Like, it means a lot.
For
You're
sure. You guys are always welcome back anytime. For our viewers, our listeners, our ladies, gentlemen, and unladies alike, as y'all know, I love y'all fiercely.